According to Statista, the global sea level has increased by around 90 millimeters since 1993, at an average of 2.9 millimeters per year. Sea level rise is a complex and dynamic process that varies regionally and globally, with impacts driven by a combination of factors, including thermal expansion of seawater, melting ice sheets and glaciers, changes in precipitation patterns, and extreme weather events. The rate of sea level rise has accelerated in recent decades due to human-induced climate change, with significant implications for coastal communities, ecosystems, and economies worldwide. One of the causes of this is climate change. In this video, we shall be looking at climate change impacts on sea level.
Do not forget to hit the subscribe button to get notified about our videos.
Before we go into climate change being a cause of the high rise in sea levels, here are a few statistics on the rise of sea levels. 1. Global sea levels have risen by an average of about 8 inches, 20 centimeters, since the late 19th century, with the rate of rise increasing in recent years. 2. The rate of global sea level rise has nearly doubled from the 20th century average of about 1.7 millimeters per year to around 3.3 millimeters per year in recent decades. 3. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, projects that global sea levels could rise by up to 1 meter or more by the end of the century under a high emission scenario, posing significant risks to coastal communities and infrastructure. Rise in sea level is a major effect of climate change. With several projections of an increase in this rise, the world has been drawn to this as small islands, and countries with low-lying areas would be greatly affected, as this sea level rise could lead to coastal erosion. And these low-lying areas are likely to be permanently inundated. Climate change is a complex phenomenon that is driven primarily by human activities that release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. These gases trap heat from the sun, leading to global warming and a range of impacts on the Earth's climate system. One of the most significant consequences of climate change is the rise in global sea levels. There are several ways which climate change affects the rise in sea level, and they are: 1. Melting ice caps and glaciers. The Earth's ice caps and glaciers are large reservoirs of fresh water that have been accumulating over thousands of years. However, due to rising global temperatures, these ice formations are melting at an accelerated rate. As the ice melts, it contributes to the increase in global sea levels. This process is particularly pronounced in regions like Antarctica, Greenland, and mountain glaciers, where the melting ice is flowing into the ocean. 2. Loss of ice from Antarctica and Greenland. The polar ice sheets in Antarctica and Greenland contain massive amounts of ice that are vulnerable to melting in a warming climate. As temperatures rise, these ice sheets are losing mass at an alarming rate, contributing to sea level rise. The loss of ice from Antarctica and Greenland has been accelerating in recent decades, posing a significant threat to coastal communities worldwide. 3. Changes in ocean circulation. Climate change can alter ocean currents and circulation patterns, which can influence sea level rise regionally. Changes in ocean circulation can affect the distribution of heat and water around the globe, leading to uneven sea level rise in different parts of the world. For example, changes in the Gulf Stream could impact sea levels along the east coast of the United States. And finally, extreme weather events. Climate change is also associated with an increase in extreme weather events, such as hurricanes, storm surges, and heavy rainfall. These events can cause temporary or localized sea level rise due to factors like wind-driven waves and storm surge. In addition, extreme weather events can exacerbate coastal erosion and inundation, leading to long-term impacts on sea levels. Scientists have warned that if urgent actions aren't taken to curb greenhouse emissions and mitigate climate change, sea levels could rise by several feet by the end of the century.